in my new house.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And not with the home anymore.
Yeah. Doing a walkthrough, last walkthrough. The house that I grew up in. It's been 50 years here. My grandfather built it. The backyard. Done a lot of work here myself. I built that shed. I built this deck. Come on, bud.
First, I want this house.
Kinda sad to see it go.
My house.
Getting down the stairs. Back porch. Let's go down. One quick look in the basement. When I was a kid, we used to put our winter boots on this ledge right here after the winter was over, and that's where we would store them. Oh boy. It's empty. Here we are. The closet that's under the front porch. This is where the heating system used to be. We had put a new concrete floor down while the system was there, so we formed around it. Then when I put the new system in, I moved it over to here. I don't know what's in here. And let's go back upstairs. I'm just taking this video for sentimental reasons, I guess. Kitchen. I put this floor down. I did the tile backsplash here about 5 years ago. Here's the dining room. My parents used to swap between these two rooms. Sometimes this would be the living room, and sometimes they would move the dining room and turn that into the living room. I remember my dad and I sitting in here watching the Mike Tyson fight when Mike Tyson lost his title for the first time. Yeah. And the front window, the picture window, out into the front yard. We used to own the lot next door. There used to be a big apple tree right in front of that, where that tree is there. And we had some rose bushes, and this window, under this window is where we used to hang out our Christmas stockings. It's the front hallway. My mom always had a grandfather clock when we were a kid growing up, and it was always right there. And when I was a kid, this was my mom's room. And then this became my room with Julie and I and Christian over the last bunch of years. And, that little access panel used to be to access the plumbing in the bathroom until I moved the bathtub. Well, my parents moved the bathtub before I bought it, but so there's no point in having it there anymore. I guess you could close that. This was my mom's room for the last 15 years. And, the last year or so has been really tough with her till she passed away, but yeah, her bed was right here. She had a hospital bed. And all of her dresser is right there up against that wall. And then we had a Hoyer lift for the last year that we used to keep tucked into that corner. Looking out the back window onto the deck, into the backyard. this whole bathroom over myself. I did all the walls, gutted it, put in that shower about 2.5, 3 years ago when my mom started having a hard time getting her leg up over the bathtub. Did the whole thing, put the toilet, the sink, the floor, did all the wainscoting in here, and did all that myself. Ironically, this radiator, my grandfather built the house, and this radiator, I never met my grandfather. He died before I was born, but I was told that he died from a fall in this bathroom, hitting his head on that radiator. And ironically, that's how my mom got ill back in 2003. She also fell in here and hit her head on that radiator and had a massive brain bleed, and as a result became, basically had dementia from it, is what they called it, but it was stemmed from the injury. So just coincidentally, she hit her head on that same radiator. But anyway, I'm gonna miss the house. I miss it a lot. I'm gonna take a walk outside. When I was a kid, I'm gonna grab my car keys. My dad used to sit out on the front porch here with a little black and white TV and watch the Red Sox games. Christian loves this house too. He's kind of sad, but spent a lot of time here. 50 years. A lot of come on, buddy. Mowing all the grass. 508 Metropolitan Ave. Let's take a quick walk, buddy, down the driveway. Or just want to walk down. Yeah, let's walk down. Boy, am I gonna miss it here. Buddy, wait for me. It's the backyard. We did our fire pits, a couple of garden beds. The first buyers tore down all the lattice here and tore up this big bush, and then they weren't able to close on the house. So they had some issues, but anyway. Well, it's my last visit to the house. Sure am gonna miss it. My neighbors next door, great neighbors. His name's Lloyd, and Dottie and John live across the street. Great neighbors. My mom, one of my mom's best friends used to live there. Her name is Ann. And my godmother, Alice, used to live in the house right there. And, yeah, a lot of good times here. Sure am gonna miss it.